Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. Welcome back to the show. 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 I'm Billy, the host.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. We're joined today by producer Trent Ludzack.
Hello.
We're in the Trent's Unnamed studio in beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And today we have two special guests. Everyone welcome Ty Colgate and Sham Wilkins.
Hello.
Yes.
We're in the hood. There's nothing beautiful about this place.
Yeah, I was about to say you're selling Marietta a little bit too much.
I call it like I see it.
You call it how you see it.
I speak my mind.
Good time to say the first sponsor is visitmarietta.com.
The first sponsor is JG Wentworth. It's my money and I need it now.
Called JG Wentworth. 877 cash.
Don't you
now.
think that's the American pub song? Like,
J.G.
I
Wentworth?
bet if we walk into McCracken's right now
And you did.
and you go, if you have a structured settlement and you need cash now.
Call JG Wentworth.
877 cash now. That is true. It does come back. Is that our new Sweet Caroline?
That's the first.
That's how far we've fallen off as a country.
Okay,
That's our
Sweet Caroline. That's another. But nobody knows the words to Sweet Caroline. You just
None
know
of that,
like
but they know
two
J.G.
lines.
Wentworth.
Everybody knows the bum, bum, bum. Like,
That's
nobody,
not even the words. That's the riff.
That's the drop.
like Sweet
Caroline.
Bum, bum,
J.G.
bum.
Wentworth. Cash now. Cash now.
Like,
Cash now.
I feel like I get nervous around white people when two songs come on. It's like it's Sweet Caroline and Friends in Low Places. That's like when I get nervous. Like, what are they doing? What kind of fucking witchcraft is this?
Yeah. Tennessee whiskey will also do it.
Tennessee whiskey.
That's
I
our
Wagon wheels a
devil
problem.
music right there.
don't even know how that even starts. I'm worried.
I think I've just worked a lot of weddings, and that's always like the one.
Don't Stop Believing.
That's fallen off.
that's-
That's
Yeah,
fallen
yeah.
off. That's not as.
That's everybody. Everybody knows that one.
That's
Family
like
Guy.
that's like Family Guy funny moments now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that true. Yeah. Family Guy funny moments. Yeah, it is. It's fallen off hard. Yeah. Don't Stop Believing. I'm trying to. I don't think we were talking about like Lil Jon. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
Shots.
get low.
Shots. That
He's
had like
making
a moment.
EDM music now, right? Is that what the story was?
I think
was
that's
in
all
the
he makes
news?
now, right? I mean, I don't
He
know
just
why I looked
makes
at
the
Sham.
song,
Jesus Christ,
man.
that's a bad look. I'm like, Sham, what does Lil Jon do?
I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. He had like that Doritos commercial turned down for what? Remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Well, those guys won an Oscar. I can't even talk shit. Like those guys won an Oscar.
Wait, who won an
For
Oscar?
the
The
commercial?
directors of like turned down for what? The music video. It was like mostly like they did like
You can't win an Oscar for
like,
a music video.
no, they won an Oscar for everything at the same time.
Oh, everything, everywhere at once.
All at once.
They
yeah.
should have
once.
just played the Lil Jon song through that.
I love how
whole movie.
uncultured this podcast already is. We're like fangirling about J.G. Wentworth's theme song, and then we can't figure out the Oscar dictatorial movie of the year. I can
It
even
does
say
make sense because those were kind of similar. Like her ass was breaking through multiple dimensions in that song.
Like turned down for what? And like you just look at the turned down for what? The same dudes who directed
Now that you say that, though,
that
it makes
joint.
sense. Like I can
everything
see the
everywhere all at
similarities.
once. They did the turned down for what music video?
I don't
Like,
know that
was-
much about like pop music or like hip hop music even.
that does give me hope for my career.
I don't know.
If you get how cinematic? I don't think I've ever seen the music video. So before I talk
Dude.
shit,
It's a
Look.
very wild video.
You
Is it?
can't just be a comedian now. You have to be a
It's
triple
like
threat.
special. It's like they figured
well,
out
I'm
special
seeing it in
effects.
person right now. I'm watching my evolution in person.
You have to be a triple threat. You got to start making music, Ty.
Like look at Lil
Music?
Jon's net
Yeah.
worth. Lil Jon's got to be worth a lot of money at this point.
My
He's-
dad delivered a UPS package to him one time.
That's
Was it
that's your credit. I've said this so many times when
Yeah.
you're going on stage.
Yeah. That's the
Your
one.
next comic, his dad delivered a UPS package to Little
Little
John.
John.
Yeah.
Little John.
That's true.
30 million.
30 mil. Look up
That's pretty
Soldier
good.
Boy. Look up Soldier Boy. What's Soldier Boy's
Did he have
numbers?
his shades on or off? I heard his eyes are wild. That's why he always wears shades.
I don't know.
Because I'm trying. There's like a theme now with like
Lil Wayne owns a record label though.
no, but that's like
Oh.
nothing. Who's the dude? There's
Soulja
a dude
Boy?
that quit rapping and became like
A millionaire.
right.
He became
yes.
a tech. He became like a tech person in San Francisco.
Triple threat.
Fucking
That's two
right.
things. Rapping and investing in stocks.
And
Soldier Boy.
bitches.
Look
Oof,
at
brutal.
the millionaire.
I like that I only have $10 to my
No,
name
no,
and I'm looking
no.
at Soldier Boy's net worth like garbage.
He's a triple threat. Chameleonaire is a triple threat. He's a chameleon, a millionaire, and an investor.
And
You're leaning into the
Well,
dad
he's a
thing
millionaire
hard.
with the fucking investing, and he writes dirty.
Does he
Like
write-
white people love that song. There's certain rap songs that like I know that white people have adopted into their culture, but it like
No,
you ever
it's
heard-
because
you ever
of
seen-
Weird Al. He gave that
white
to us.
nerdy. Yeah, he took that and
built
like
the bridge.
like you understand.
I'd say those are the that's the mark of what Sham's talking about. Is if Weird Al's made a
Like,
rap parody.
It can feel
Gangster's Paradise is another.
like Gangsta's Paradise.
Yeah.
White people love that song,
Yeah.
and it's all because of Weird Al.
But hold on, what about gonna
gave
buy
him
you a drink?
He appropriated
Oh,
I mean,
that
that-
you could play that anywhere.
That's white people in Florida. That is you people specifically.
Why do you have to target? Wait, hold
that
on.
is your people.
Hold the fuck on.
That is your people.
Many of people like that song.
Many of people in the city like
Bro,
Tampa
I could
and,
go
like,
to any
Jacksonville.
place in maybe not Marietta. Maybe
No,
not Marietta,
definitely
but
not.
Atlanta. Every white person will respond.
Well, of
Gonna
course,
buy you a drink?
it's Atlanta. It's like the blackest city in America. There's
Oh
only
my
like
God.
3
Well,
or 4
okay,
blacker cities.
Okay, now we're getting loose. You
What-
said just Florida.
was
That-
that
T-
is
where was
Florida
T-Pain
white
from?
people specifically will dance to T-Pain.
I
You
don't
know-
think so. You know what?
I like T-Pain.
you like T-Pain.
Look at that. That's if Billy
like,
says it.
How like all right?
It's
so if you're-
crumbling in front of you,
like,
Sham.
no,
It's crumbling.
The only time I was hear a group of white people singing T-Pain is in a club either in Atlanta or around the surrounding outskirts or in Florida, where they all
expanding
are just
slowly.
made like that.
We're just made that way.
They're just made that. way.
Wait, are you
I
saying
think-
Florida white people are
no.
like the blackest white people? That,
No,
Oh,
Florida-
like
no,
the
no, no.
accusation?
No. New Orleans white people are the blackest white
That is
people I've ever
that
met.
is true. New Orleans white people.
Florida is the close second.
Yeah.
It's like y'all just don't give a
Well,
shit.
Florida's like if you're like, what if we just made New Orleans kind of bigger?
Florida
Yeah.
people are built different.
They're built differently as fuck.
So that's why we know gonna buy you a drink,
No,
or why
y'all-
we like it.
But you're
Y'all
like
know a whole lot of
you're like an
slew of
Orlando,
Holman songs.
Florida person. You're like a Disney, Florida person.
Yeah.
I grew up in South Florida. I lived in Orlando when I went to college.
Y'all have a
Okay.
rapper named after the state.
But you pretended to
Florida.
be like one of those Orlando guys when you went to college.
What's
You have
what's
two
the
gold
Orlando
chains on.
guy to you? What does this describe? I don't know what.
Orlando
You're driving
guy,
at.
like the Mr. Hollywood. It's basically the Hollywood of Florida.
Orlando?
Right? Yeah.
What makes you say that?
They got like movie stuff there.
They got Full Sail University there. It's like
That is that is true.
That's
Full
what's
Sail.
there.
There's a lot of scam colleges in LA too.
Yeah, LA Music School.
They
Okay.
got acting stuff there and like dumb stuff like that, like stuff
So-
They get full blown adults
stuff
to go
that
to those
people
schools,
other
though.
places hate.
So I'm assuming you're not like an Orlando fan. You're
I like Orlando.
Okay, but you don't like the typical Orlando guy. Too
I
Hollywood for you.
don't have a problem with that.
So have you ever auditioned for Disney? That's a question.
No.
I
So
wouldn't.
do you know people who have?
Yeah, of course.
Who would
Orlando's
he
not
be?
that big of a city.
Because the
so you'll know-
character is the coveted position at Disney. That means you're hot
Yeah.
and you're cool.
Bro,
and you're
I've
talented.
smoked weed with Tinkerbell.
I think the characters they move on to higher positions in
I'm
the
trying to
company.
I smoked weed with Tinkerbell.
Really?
Fuck yeah,
Was she hot?
she was.
Of course, she has to be
I
high.
believe.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
Have you ever seen an ugly Tinkerbell?
there's no such thing as an ugly Tinkerbell.
Was it white Tinkerbell or black Tinkerbell?
This was a partly Latina Tinkerbell.
So they have a Puerto Rican peanut.
They had a Puerto Rican Tinkerbell.
Ah,
Did you watch the new Peter Pan movie?
I did not.
she's
Was it
white
good?
now?
It was okay.
She's white.
Nah, Tinkerbell's black.
Yeah, Tinkerbell is black.
They're-
And
Disney's just taking everything away from us.
ironically, I felt like what I missed from the movie was like color, like bright colors, primary colors.
It was a very dark movie, but
Right? It was kind of drab.
it was kind of sad actually.
Was it actually?
I tried to struggle through it. It looked like Pirates of the Caribbean to me.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wait, when did this come out? How did I miss this completely?
It was a Disney Plus thing,
Ah.
I think.
Ah,
Yeah. Have you been to the
good,
movies?
good for you guys. Fucking during Pride Month on Disney Plus.
Thank you, man.
Shout out to you guys.
I would drink
Is
a
it still
Bud,
Pride Month?
Bud
It's still
Light.
June?
There you
God
go. How
damn.
do you think I got on the podcast? Come on.
I would drink a tall boy Bud Light, but I would go to jail.
Is that the
at
new
some
Pride?
point. No, there was a controversy surrounding Bud Light, and it wasn't even like it was just something the media hyped up because all they did was send one YouTuber a can of Bud Light with their face on it.
Yeah.
it wasn't even like a product that was on shelves.
Is that why Kid Rock shot that case of
Yes.
Bud Light?
Yeah. Kid Rock took it very too hard.
He took it very personally. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck did Bud Light do?
They said it was like a TikToker, and they just sent that person a case of Bud Light with their face on it, and
That's
everyone.
When that
ridiculous.
first broke, I was actually in St. Louis taking a tour of the Budweiser factory. So it was like the first time I was like excited about Budweiser, and it was very disappointing to get out of the Budweiser factory and like call my dad and think like I was about to get like some like man points, and then him going like, "Oh, that fucking gay beer," and it's like, "Oh, okay, well we're back to square fucking one again." I had a chance. I was like,
So
"You won't
much
believe it. They
heat.
let me touch the horse." And he
Yeah,
was like,
you would
"No."
be at the Budweiser factory.
I was so excited
I
too.
have no son.
This is disown
I
you.
told-
Now show me how to get on Twitter so I can watch Tucker.
Yeah.
So is that where Tucker Carlson went?
Yeah,
He went to Twitter.
he does the same thing just on Twitter now.
Oh, so it's just like is he making up news or is he telling the truth?
Who knows? I don't really watch it. I'm just messing around.
I want to know. I was like, everybody makes up fucking news now. It's
He-
like entertaining.
I've seen some clips. He does this thing where he like he bashes Ukraine.
How
which-
do you bash the like?
I'm sure Ukraine has problems, but they're also like,
Hardcore Republicans, for some reason, like
You
if you
know
go
more
on
with
fringe
Russia.
Republicans, are actually on the side of Russia.
How the fuck?
It's true. It's just true.
Well,
That's just a hard fact.
how about Russia step it up and fucking win? You guys are like, wait,
See?
you're supposed to be so
You know what I mean? The
goddamn
fringe
tough.
Republicans are on the side of
Like,
Russia.
if you're so goddamn tough, why don't you beat Ukraine?
What
you
are we
fucking
doing
pussies?
with Russia? What's the problem there?
They
Like,
suck
I
at
don't
war.
know.
That's the problem. Is
Yeah.
they like they can't win. People ain't fucking.
we did
genius.
lose like $30 billion or something.
I don't want
to
to
like.
compromise anybody, but I saw somebody who lived in Russia that I knew, and they posted some stuff like a long time ago, and they were like, "Yeah, support Ukraine," and they lived
Did they
in
go
Russia.
missing?
And then no, but all the posts were gone.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can't say any of that in Russia.
Yeah.
They just had a coup.
Yeah.
That's like if
I
you
know-
took
I
a
saw-
picture
I
of Dave Chappelle
saw the
before the
headline.
closer. You gotta delete those photos fast.
What picture with Dave Chappelle?
The picture with Dave Chappelle, you gotta hide them.
I didn't think what he said was that bad.
It made so many people upset, and I was confused. And I was like, "Is it?"
I don't know if we can actually talk about the closer. It's such an old topic.
There were some
Yeah.
things I didn't agree with for sure, but that's with anybody. But he's an old guy, you know. He's got
I mean, let
old-
people be old. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, like not. You know, what I'm saying like old people were fun.
He's also a dad. We talked
Yeah.
about this. He's a dad. He's
old
got-
people are fun. It's like until they say something like that's just old people shit.
Like, let's just go after the real bad guys. How about that? Like,
Yeah.
the Black Rocks and
the Orlando guys.
JP Morgans and the Democrats. you
Oh
know,
yeah, you can't do
the
that.
real bad guys.
Pete Davidson. All of them.
Yeah, we got to take. Yeah, Pete Davidson is a BlackRock of comedians. He has too much. We got to take
He's
it away
hogging
from him.
it all to himself.
Yeah,
dude.
fucking
It's not-
selfish piece of shit.
How about you help others, you dick?
How about you help others?
Help some of these Atlanta comics that are
I have-
thirsty as dogs get laid. Please.
I'm like, damn, man.
I think we gotta transition our careers. We gotta move into like what.
I'm not
You know.
naming names, but there's some comics you know who are thirsty as fuck out here, dude.
That in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Well, that's just everywhere.
And I'm married, so I just watch other people's
Be thirsty.
social
yeah.
interactions. you
That's
know.
actually it's like actually the most fun now.
Yeah.
I'd be so much more funny if I
Well,
wasn't horny all the time.
It's nice to go home to a beautiful woman. You both know that. And you just get to watch all the kids that haven't figured that out yet. Fuck around.
It's like quiet.
Yeah.
I mean,
your house isn't gonna be quiet when the baby shows up. The silence goes away.
Yeah. Well, we're taking it one step at a
are you gonna
time.
let your kid be in a band?
I'm only having minor panic attacks. I'm going to tell them why it's unreasonable.
I like the gender neutral pronouns right there. Yeah, tell them.
Her.
Come on.
I'm going to tell
Cute,
her
cute. Oh,
why that's a bad idea.
Oh.
And I'm going to say you don't live in the right place to do that, and you don't know the right people to do that. But hey, man, sometimes when that fire's lit, I definitely want her to be good at music,
yeah. Well,
But
what do you
like-
want her to play?
like classical music,
Classical?
maybe. Or just like real music, not this
Not this
pop punk
pop
Metalcore.
garbage.
trash. Yeah,
I would want my son to
curse.
be like like the dude on the fucking what's that drumming movie?
Drumline.
Not
Nick
Drumline.
Cannon.
No, not Nick Cannon. I'm talking about the one with the white dude with the fucking nose.
Well, we were just trying to be like woke, but never
No,
mind.
I'm talking about
that was
like,
our chance.
That's the
Whiplash.
only drum
I
movie
want him
I
if he
know.
wants to play the drums, he's gonna play drums like
Whiplash.
Whiplash.
I
Oh,
don't think I've seen that.
Yes, Whiplash. I want my son to play drums like that.
and be screamed at by like a dude.
Just in the end, just be like, was it worth it, motherfucker? So when he comes home, it's like, yeah, you see her, yeah.
I would be like, if she
Sham's
said,
just like, I just want a prodigy.
if she said, Dad,
Not even a prodigy. It's like I just want somebody that's like, it's like just don't just do anything.
just intelligence, right?
Yeah,
Musical
intelligence.
intelligence.
Yeah.
Musical.
I would
intelligence.
say I can play music and I can play rock and punk music, but I would say I don't have that much musical intelligence. Like I don't read music well. I don't compose music.
we don't have to
very
stop it at
well.
musical.
I can write you a song, but you know,
We started the podcast on a J.G. Whitworth.
I'm
like-
not that intelligent either.
It goes
Me
way
neither.
after
I think once you end up here, once you end up in this with a microphone in front of you and podcasting into the void, intelligence went out the window.
If my daughter wanted to join a band, I'd be like, "Are you gonna move to Nashville? Are you gonna practice every day? Are you gonna?"
One of my friends still lives up in Nashville, and he's like living it. And
Yeah.
he's still up.
Does he do music?
He does music. We met when we were like 18, and like we were like playing guitar together. He was like, he just like said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna move to Nashville," and he's still doing the Nashville thing.
Oh.
And it's like, I'm like, I mean, it's like moving to Atlanta and saying you're a rapper.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the same thing I see here. Like when I was like working in studios, it's the same shit.
But also,
You got to
like,
be different. You got to go to Nashville, fucking rap your ass off, and
You
then you
get-
come down here and play country.
you get totally
He didn't even play
disillusioned.
country. He started playing like psychedelic music. I have no clue what it was.
He's playing psychedelic music, and he could have
Nashville.
just done that here. We have
Yeah.
EAV.
He could have just. I told him to move. He could have just moved here, but he
California.
fell in love with like his
You
older
can take
one.
acid and play guitar anywhere. You don't have to be in Nashville.
California.
Like he's always in the woods. I don't understand.
He's always in the woods.
He's always in the woods.
That's not Nashville then.
He's in Nashville. He lives in Nashville.
Nashville's a small city, though. You can get to the woods.
Yeah, he gets to
real
the woods
quick.
pretty quick.
We can get to the woods quick here.
Yeah,
He's out here.
That's,
in the
I like
fucking-
Atlanta for that reason. If
Yeah,
you
that
live
is
in New
kinda
York,
nice.
you got to go all the way to upstate.
Yeah.
Take a bus.
Take a bus, yeah.
Man, I ain't taking no bus.
But I will say the scenery up in like upstate New York, very pretty.
yeah, true.
Very like Massachusetts, like we
Yeah.
were talking about that before.
But
Massachusetts, very
Tennessee's
pretty.
also a very beautiful state.
It is. It looks pretty on Instagram.
What's the ugliest state we have?
Ugly, definitely
Detroit,
Orlando.
Michigan. That's like the worst place, the ugliest part of
Orlando,
America.
'cause it's just the whole state.
Michigan, yeah. you're
Michigan.
right, yeah.
Florida is like
They got to get it together.
Florida is like a dick with herpes. Like that's what
No,
Florida.
Florida's
What's
nice
with
if
the
you're
f-
rich.
Yeah.
If you're
I'm
rich,
sorry. I'm sorry. You're too poor to appreciate it, Sham.
Florida's amazing if you're rich.
Yeah.
Have we been to Sarasota? I haven't. I can't afford it either. But it looks
Yeah.
pretty in the pictures.
It's like Charleston. You ever heard of
Sarasota, that
Charleston?
sounds like a place that you're not like allowed to have any color in your skin for.
Charleston's
no, they
like
go
a,
there to tan. They're trying to get color.
Charleston's like a paradise for
All those.
Charleston.
It's a lot
white
of old,
people.
wrinkly white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Charleston. Is
Charleston.
another one. It's like a paradise for old white people.
Well, Charleston kind of is a piece of shit. I don't like Charleston. And I can have that opinion because I am from Florida.
Myrtle Beach. Now that's where you buy heroin.
Myrtle,
Myrtle Beach is a terrifying place.
Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach is kind of scary.
Where would we set up a new scene if we had to move
Oh, bro.
everything and start a comedy scene? All of us.
We had to start over.
Yeah. Somewhere cool. Somewhere nice.
Somewhere cool.
Somewhere. Oh, man. This is tough.
That's like unpopulated with comics already.
Yeah.
So I feel like comics have found every weird city, but nobody's found like just the saddest group of people to entertain.
Like if we had to pull a Austin, what would we do?
Oh. But the problem is all those cities are spoken for. Like, comedy
Yeah.
is everywhere.
It's
Like
everywhere,
once
it's
there's
huge.
too many Democrats, how do we start something new?
You got to go where all the
I think
conservative-
like
we have
Des
to go to
Moines,
Wyoming.
Iowa.
We can do Wyoming.
Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Des
would
Moines?
be
No,
nice.
Iowa has comedy scenes.
Has
And
a-
big clubs.
We'll bury those losers.
Yeah, fuck them. We'll take the Billy podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll,
What about
be the
Montana?
he'll be the Rogan of Des Moines.
What's
You come in, every Marietta comic moves to Des Moines
Slipknot
for their chance.
will play
Slipknot will play where?
wherever they got, I guess.
This is a hard podcast. I tune out for
Billy,
2 seconds.
I'm
It's a
not-
new topic.
Slipknot's from Des Moines.
I'm not moving back to the Midwest for you, Billy.
Okay.
That's brutal.
If
Wow.
I mean, like Des
Trent,
Moines,
where do
Iowa
you
is like
want?
the only place I could think of I've never heard of anybody.
The Bahamas?
The Bahamas. They got cruise ship
I guess
comics.
they would call me
we
a
have to fight
colonizer or
cruise ship
something.
comics all the time.
Yeah, but those guys are burnt out. You
Yeah,
know?
they're
Okay,
phoning it
all
in.
right.
Let's pick an island.
No. Even better. We'll get a head start. This is on the ground floor, so it's going to be rough right now, but this will get to somewhere. Syria.
Okay,
Syria.
dude. I bet the property value is
Tel
like-
Aviv, man.
Yeah. We find
I
a
bet-
good, droned out city to set up the studio in.
One time I
We
think
could probably get a club for a sandwich.
Yeah.
Like get a building for a club.
dude,
Yeah.
Kabul, Afghanistan. The Taliban is looking for investors right now.
I mean, that'd be a great place to have a comedy club.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are thinking America.
Like, if
you're
you
gonna dream
bomb,
bigger.
you get beheaded. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
open
that's
mic
like
comedy would have higher stakes.
you guys
Maybe
know
like
what gong shows are like in the
Yeah.
UK where they hit the gong and you have to get
We'll
off.
have the
You
AK show.
Yeah. Well, no, we'll have them like that. You just someone has to cut your head off if you bomb.
It's an actual bomb. Every comic has to put on a suicide vest.
Yeah.
You put on the suicide vest, and if you suck,
Someone hits the
then
button.
yeah.
pow. It's like guts everywhere.
And then 72 virgins.
Jason Holsey has the button, and he's just looking at you with
Yeah.
crazy eyes your whole set.
You're just trying to pull it up desperately. As soon as you're like, all right, any couples in here? Deet. I like that. That's dreaming big.
Yeah, think about, man, we live in a country where there's like, we participate in wars, you know?
That's what I'm saying. The comedy will be, it'll be like real.
Yeah.
It'll be raw.
Yeah.
It'll be visceral.
It'll be visceral.
It'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they would try.
Yeah.
Doing comedy in a war zone could be fun. We should do like Ukraine.
And even better, no
Like
women allowed in the club.
Ukraine underground.
That's
It's
their rule.
actually
Ukraine
underground.
I thought they were doing comedy. Like, their president was a comic.
Zelensky, yeah.
Zelensky. I mean, I bet he was like the Steve Carell, right, of their country.
He was on a TV show where he played the president of Ukraine.
And
Yeah.
then they made him president.
What are they drinking over there?
Well, we
Long
we
drink,
did Trump.
man.
Yeah. But he wasn't the president on TV.
He was just firing
He was
people.
a businessman.
True. Which is kind of worse.
Did you ever
That's how
watch it?
few the credentials were. Like, at least that guy pretended to be president, became president.
I think my parents used to watch it back in the day.
Apprentice?
Well, my mom.
The
maybe.
Apprentice, like that came on like right after Joe Rogan and Fear Factor and shit. I would see people eat horse dicks and then Donald Trump fire people,
Yeah.
and I thought that was just normal fucking television.
I gotta admit, I thought it was funny when he was running for president.
I thought it was gonna be a hilarious thing, and then he won. Like
what?
I lived
Then
in
he
Washington
won.
D.C. Like if that was like real fucking shit. I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. It was like panic mode for everybody that just looked at like it like if you looked at Washington D.C. when Trump won and saw all the black people just like disappear from like anywhere near it.
That was a sobering moment because
We should have
you
voted.
realize what a joke it all is.
Yeah.
This guy from reality TV can
I
just
think
come
there's
in
two ways
here.
to look at it. I mean, I think that happens and you realize, oh, anything is possible.
Well, that's where I take it with my joke. I take it like anything's possible, but
Like-
also it's like it's a joke. This is impossible. This is like the possibilities of anything is just infinite now. Confidence
Yes.
in America like just rose. People had far more
Oh,
confidence.
Think
of course.
about how many people don't vote. If we just voted a third party just for fun, like one of the crazy ones,
Mickey Mouse gets a lot of votes every year.
that's
Mickey
crazy,
Mouse?
man.
Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny got a lot of votes.
That's a good piece of trivia to have for a
But
party.
These Nuts showed up. These Nuts is on the
Nuts?
rise. These Nuts is on the
These
rise.
nuts is on the rise.
These nuts
That's my
party?
candidate.
Is that a candidate or a party?
It's a
affiliation?
candidate.
It's
and
a joke
party.
you can write on the ballot.
Oh, like Harambe.
Yeah. Harambe.
Harambe.
Harambe came in like second place. 'Cause, like it was like this. Like the last election was the first time Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse were at the top.
I always vote third party, usually for Kanye.
Kanye, you voted for Kanye?
Yeah.
Well, you can't do that anymore.
Why?
Can't be watching Tucker Carlson and voting for Kanye. You gotta.
What are you gonna?
You're leaning too far into that lane.
What are you gonna look over my shoulder?
Yeah.
when I'm at the-
Are you watching from Hebrews to Negroes?
I could find it. I'm sure.
I mean, you can find it on Amazon. It's for sale.
I'm not gonna pay for it. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, I downloaded a copy and it was eye opening and then terrifying after.
I watch a lot of these.
I watch Ancient Aliens.
These movies on like the Russian streaming sites. You can just watch them.
Yeah, they have everything.
They got like niche stuff like that.
Do you think they ever like open a back door in your computer?
I was like an internet kid. I had a computer in the house very early with dial-up internet. Used to have CompuServe, and so I always knew about the dark corners of the internet. I think the thing people do is they take it too serious. You know, like it's just the internet. If you treat it all like a joke, then like
The
whatever.
internet got so serious all of a sudden. Like, I think, because I've been on the internet since 1998.
Well, it's big money now. It's huge money.
Yeah,
True.
it's like it's starting to take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
Like when video games started taking itself seriously, I felt sad for the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when was that pivot? I don't even know. When Last of Us came out? It was
Video
like, that's
games
too
are
serious.
less fun now. It used to be about like getting 4 dudes split screen on Halo 3
Right.
and having a great night. Now it's like I got to be the best Halo player in the
And I gotta get a
Southeast.
jersey for
and
it.
I got to wear a jersey and I got to get sponsored by G Fuel.
But
and-
that goes back to the internet though, because the internet made a lot of those careers possible. So now everyone looks at like their hobby as a thing they can monetize.
so we should destroy the internet.
I mean, look at what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if
We're not helping it.
Yeah, we're definitely not helping.
We're supporting it fully.
This is gonna sit on a server.
Like, we can't beat that
Well,
thing.
I'm not. This isn't
AI is kicking our
monetized. I'm not
ass.
making money off of this.
You didn't have to say that. I can see the interior right now.
I
okay?
did an ad for my friend's handyman service.
Did you really?
Yeah.
How'd that feel?
Pretty good.
Your first ad read?
Yeah. Yeah.
How,
You want me to do an ad for 5th place?
No, do an ad. This place. Actually, could I get an ad for Orlando? VisitOrlando.com just came in as a sponsor.
VisitOrlando.com. It's like Hollywood in Florida, only the people like are even more happy with themselves for some reason. Maybe less plastic surgery, hotter girls, but
Orlando.
yeah, Orlando.
Less plastic surgery.
If you're not-
way harder girls.
If you're not a character at Disney, you're basically nobody. VisitOrlando.com.
I mean, that's a pretty good assessment.
try to fuck a Disney character, go to Orlando.com. I would. That way, like, if I was single and like I was like young, and I was in Orlando.
You
Try to
gotta,
fucking
you gotta be
fucking-
an employee
Dude,
there.
now I feel
think.
like Sham needs a shot at that.
I think no. A lot of those
You think
girls
they have
are
an
working
app
their
for
way
the
up the
Disney
ladder.
characters?
You got to be like a service manager there or something, and be like,
you gotta
"What's
have
up?"
an end. You have to be plotting that for like so
Right,
long.
yeah.
Like you have to know somebody that knows somebody. Like yo, I got Tinkerbell's number. Tell me where she at.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull
Well, let me
up.
tell you something. Minnie Mouse, that's the throat goat.
You
Right.
think Gaston gets laid a lot?
Dude, that
Gaston
Gaston
definitely.
dude has to fuck. He
Definitely.
has to
You
fuck.
think so?
Because
Actually, I
even if it's
there was a girl I
guys,
dated that was
Gaston be
friends
fucking.
with Prince Charming, I think. was
Okay.
the character, and he was a fucking prude, dude.
Really?
He could have been laying pipe forever. You're playing Prince Charming.
Jesus
Damn.
got to him.
From Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's Prince Charming.
But he was getting married, and he was kind of just
A real Prince Charming, this guy.
real Prince Charming. That's why I could never get the part.
I would want to be
I'm too much of a
like,
degenerate.
I could be Shrek.
You think Shrek?
Was that Disney?
That's ambitious.
Shrek is he Disney?
No, that's Universal.
Oh,
That's Universal.
I could be.
I could be Shrek. I just need to shave my head.
I could be Donkey
Oh.
Dog. I could totally put bitches.
You know they got a costume for it.
donkey. I'm getting laid as donkey.
You're getting laid as
Like-
donkey.
He pulled the dragon, dude.
Yeah, true.
These
Yeah.
aren't Disney characters though. Hold on.
Sham's gonna add a WNBA player in a donkey
Hell yeah.
outfit.
I guess I could be Beast. I got like the hair,
Beast.
Beauty and the Beast.
They have costumes, bro. You put that costume on, you go to one of those Disney parties. It gets a little weird. Someone slips you Molly.
Like,
All of a sudden, you're fucking the Little Mermaid.
I'm a character.
Let's be real. Billy slipped Billy Molly.
Yeah, it was.
Somebody slipped Billy Molly. I wish I knew Billy back when he was a wild boy.
No, you really don't.
That had to have been an interesting chapter.
The world is better off now.
Of course. Well, sobriety, I think, ultimately is always like the better option.
Better.
I've sealed the box that holds the spirits.
You sealed the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, very shining of you. Like, seal up the box.
Yeah. It's on the back shelf somewhere. They're still there. They're still in there. But
This, like actual spirits or the liquor bottles.
you know what they are.
The liquor demons.
They
man.
whispered to you. You should ruin this way.
Bro, I just want to see. I just wanted to see Billy fucked up in Orlando singing "I'm gonna buy you a drink." Oh,
See, that's where you guys like. What are the liquor laws in Florida, by the way?
You should
time I
start
go
a
down to
fight at
Florida-
this funeral.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yes,
like
that's it.
That's Florida
That's
energy
it.
right there. It's like
Florida's not that crazy. First off,
it is 100% that.
It's
crazy.
not. No. It's not. It's not that crazy. It's been memeified to death. But
No.
it's not. It's not as crazy.
I've lived in Florida. Florida is
What
that
part of
crazy.
Florida?
It's not even a meme.
Pensacola
It's just
and Jacksonville, man.
Well, yeah. When you pick the shittiest parts, if I lived in Macon, Georgia, I would also be like, "What a fucking dumpster fire this is."
hey, dude, they got that
How do you have
entertainment
multiple
complex.
dumpster fires? What?
They got an
Georgia
entertainment
has a
complex
ton.
in Macon. They got an arcade bar, Tall Tray Comedy.
Hold on. Every state, because this country is crumbling, has multiple dumpster fires. We
All
have
right.
maybe 5 good cities, really, in the grand scheme of things. 5.
5.
What are they?
What are the 5? Name 5 actually good
I hit a
cities.
button on this.
Are
Did
you
I
a
fuck this up, Trent?
No, you're
Okay,
good.
cool.
You're a
what
fan
are the
of
5?
cities? Name 5.
Miami's unique vibe. Miami's fun. We'll
A
throw
bunch
Atlanta.
of drug dealers and money launderers.
Yeah,
and,
of course, yes.
Identity
You're describing
thieves.
a good time.
I've seen the most titties.
That's what
Billy, that
sobriety
sounds
does. It makes
great.
you retarded on good times.
bunch of identity
They beat New
thieving
Orleans.
drug dealers.
No,
Miami.
you can throw New Orleans. New Orleans is very unique.
New Orleans has
Atlanta, New York.
They live
just a lot of
underwater.
ass and titties, Ty. You just throwing in all the ass and titty cities.
That's what America has. That's all we've ever had. We don't have an interesting history. It's
Like-
not that interesting in the grand scheme of things.
It's terrifying, honestly.
Compared to like ancient Greece, what do we have?
They had ass
But
and
those
titties.
people aren't doing shit now.
They had ass and titties.
Greece is a blast. It's cheap. They have no money.
Exactly.
You get it.
We have no money,
We
and
can't-
yet everything's
but we can't
expensive.
go anywhere in America. We can't afford anything.
We're good
What's
at
our cheap place in America?
war.
Huh?
War. We do war.
That's not. First off, that's not cheap. That's not a place.
It's
Listen,
At this
war
point,
clears
it's an
our
idea.
debt.
it's cheap if you make money off it.
War clears up debt, man. If we just like,
Hold on. We're getting off. Whoa. I'm not letting you get out of this.
oh,
That's a completely
give me the
different
other
topic.
2 cities. Tell me the other 2 cities that are actually good.
Well, I already threw.
Atlanta's the best city. That's what it's
Atlanta-
coming down
Atlanta's
to.
great. Atlanta's a unique vibe. You got to throw New York. That's the culture capital of the world.
New York sucks.
that
It's
place.
shocking coming from the host of the Marietta podcast. I knew you were going to say it. I knew you were going to say it. What do you hate about New York?
Too many buildings.
Oh my God.
Too many buildings.
No one can.
The whole place is buildings.
No one can take that
The
serious.
whole thing is buildings.
Okay, if you're such a building lover, move to New York then.
We have good buildings here.
We got a couple buildings.
You never look at the pencil
We
building
also
and go,
got-
God damn it, I love this country. You never do that?
We also
The
got
pencil
like
building.
In
red
Atlanta.
clay.
What the fuck's the pencil?
Yeah, it's a fucking thing with the orange top. The nickname is a pencil building. Bank of America Plaza?
I like the Corey
What?
Tower.
The thing with the peach in the middle?
No.
My favorite building is the
most
Corey
iconic
Tower.
building, the thing with the orange. Can you load up?
Are you familiar with Corey Tower? It's like a decommissioned smokestack that some guy bought, and he just uses it to advertise his political beliefs and to like bash restaurants that gave him
Wow,
bad
that
service.
building?
The one on the top left.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
That's
the-
iconic.
Yeah, that's probably Atlanta's most iconic. Yeah.
I think BlackRock
Especially at
owns
night.
that.
It lights up. You can see it at night right there.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I'm like,
Well, what's the most iconic building in Atlanta to you?
To me, fucking Magic City, dude. Like the fuck.
You can't even see that.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium
First
Yeah.
off, no one here can even afford to get in tonight.
to Magic City.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That is true.
It's $40 cover, $40 a park. $80 before you see one pussy.
And you won't see a pussy because Drake's here.
Huh?
Because Drake's here. Because he's probably gonna be here.
Hey, you don't know me.
What does Drake need to do at Magic City? You know,
I don't know. He just buys all the bitches.
Why?
The one time I went to Magic City, he took all the bitches. I'm
Wha-
still pretty jealous. About
why
that.
you need that?
It's like
You know?
he's just Drake, man. He paid. He just came in with a garbage bag full of $100 bills, and it's upsetting. It's still to this day because it cost a lot to get in.
Yeah, why? Throw
'Cause
me
you're not
a
a triple threat.
throw me like a hosting gig at least, dude. Come on.
We had to watch from
If
afar.
you got enough money to buy out Magic City, at least throw me a hosting gig, Drake.
No, just
All right,
fucking refund.
Sham, what are your 5 cities?
Dick.
5 cities.
Yeah, what are your 5
In
iconic
America?
cities? Yeah, sure. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
It's got to be America, yeah, because that's the argument. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Salt Lake City. There's a
All right.
promised land.
I would never go to Salt Lake City. I'll go missing immediately. Let's see. Number 1.
Starting on number 1.
Let's see. I would say Atlanta. just because like it has
Convenient.
it's convenient. It's easy to place.
You
to
didn't
get
even know what the
shots.
pencil building was.
Yeah, don't even know what the pencil because nobody tells you that when you grow up here. Nobody fucking pencil building.
Pencil, but I think you made that up.
Didn't you look up pencil building? Yes.
Yeah, he looked up the pencil building. The pencil
How
building.
much more evidence can I have?
Ty
Like,
knows
is
a lot
this-
about this internet shit. He
And I
probably
would
put
say-
that up there.
Yeah, I'm a fucking dork.
In fact, I would say Atlanta just because like it's easy to get here. It's easy to get
Are you
stuck
still in
here.
Atlanta? What's the second one?
Number 2, I say Detroit. If you know how to scam people,
Detroit.
if like if
I'll
you-
go missing in Detroit.
Yeah,
I like how you said it too. You're like Detroit, like just heavy D going into it.
Detroit. I would say like if you knew how to survive in Detroit, you are a.
What makes
businessman.
Detroit iconic though?
What
Right.
makes Detroit iconic? It's when they
Eminem.
built Ford cars.
Yeah, but now it's like it looks like fucking ISIS took over. So
Exactly. So if you know how to fucking control.
Yeah, but that's most of the country. Most of the country looks
if
like
you
dog
could,
shit.
If you
so,
could run Detroit, if you could just like be the kingpin of Detroit, it'd be just like RoboCop.
but what makes that
that
iconic?
city's falling apart.
I also
It's
hear
so much
weed
free-
is changing Detroit
Yeah.
because Michigan made more money than any other
You're
state
right, but
that
Grand Rapids
legalized.
still blows Detroit
Weed?
out of the water.
Grand Rapids, what the
Grand-
fuck?
Grand
No,
Rapids, Detroit, look
the
up
problem
Grand
with
Rapids.
government
No,
making money.
I've been to Grand
Oh,
Rapids.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
There's a comedy movie about how shitty it is.
Grand Rapids is great.
The problem
Well,
with,
I mean, it might be culturally shitty. I don't know, but like in terms of like looks, it's a really pretty looking city.
with the weed,
Detroit just looks. You could put Birmingham and Detroit side by side, and I'll think they're the same fucking city.
that's not
Birmingham,
true.
Alabama,
Yeah,
Detroit,
yeah.
same thing. If you could take over,
Is that your number 3?
Yeah,
Birmingham. I'm glad we can lead into number
not
3,
true.
folks.
abandoned cities, they are the best because 1, it's cheap to live there. 2, if you figure out how to control,
But that's not
those
the
people-
argument. The argument isn't economics of it. The argument was iconic.
Iconic.
I thought it was the best ones.
I guess
one.
the best ones. We can't do the best ones. So I
Abandoned-
guess abandoned because they're cheap.
Because you can always because you can go to those.
I love these metrics.
You can go to those 2 cities and then make enough money to get robbed in Atlanta, and then go back and then make that money again. It's the cycle. All right, number 4,
How are you gonna make that money in Detroit? There's no industry.
scamming people.
This is
I watched
falling
it.
So,
apart fast.
We're
watched
back
the
to
whole
the drug
document.
dealing and identity theft.
Identity theft. That's how you
No
scam a
one
bunch
in
of people.
Detroit is smart enough to commit identity theft. I don't know how to tell you.
Dude, just look it
That's
up.
that's a big city crime.
They do that all the time.
That's-
Detroit is a big city.
That's Russians on the internet and just a 12-year-old
A
with too much
12-year-old
time.
12-year-old in Detroit. Look up Detroit
No,
scammers. Look up
Detroit-
Detroit scammers. This is the thing. I saw it. It's the thing. I watched it on Vice.
You can get scammed by a 12-year-old in Detroit.
What's the scam?
They steal your identity. They make you
steal your
think
identity.
that you have
just pulled
viruses
up
on your
stats.
computer,
They
and
make
then
you-
they
They scam old men. They make them think they pretend they're women, and they do
yeah.
it real good too.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like,
Wait,
hey,
whoa. Start that over. What did you just say?
They scam a lot of older dudes, and they make them think that they're women
Online?
online.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like in
And
person. I
they
was
get
like,
the
what a
credit
commitment.
card. They'll get them to send them credit card numbers because the older guys, and when you're old and horny, you can just do.
Yeah, but
you'll-
if I go on my Instagram right now, I have 5 fucking
Yeah.
bot accounts doing the same thing. They're not all from Detroit.
no,
The English would be better. Trust
because
me.
you would have to know them. They would.
I
they don't
have
know you.
I have.
If I knew Mr. Jones,
Oh, I'm sorry.
down
I'm not invited to the identity theft.
If I knew
have to
Mr.
know
Jones,
them. I'm sorry.
If I know Mr. Jones down the street got a whole lot of money, I see him spending money. I'm gonna
Have you
pretend.
been to Detroit?
Yes.
What? Okay, I was about to say, if you went this hard for Detroit and you hadn't even been, I was gonna fucking lose it.
I love Detroit.
Okay.
I love how dilapidated it is.
We should have host debates on this podcast.
I didn't want to get to this, but you guys cornered me. with,
Sham is right, by the way.
About what?
Look at the screen.
Larceny.
Larceny is by far the most common type
Larceny,
of property
okay.
crime in the U.S.
I really have
That's
to pee.
property crime. We're talking
Yeah.
about identity
Detroit.
theft.
Also, the most commonly committed type of property crime in Detroit.
But that's property crime. What
Man.
about identity theft.
Burglary, motor vehicle theft,
Yeah,
Yeah.
identity
and
theft doesn't
aggravated
even-
assault's like number 4.
It's not even there.
Yeah, larceny. That's what they charge you with when
Yeah.
you get caught scamming.
Does
Yeah.
this happen often? Does
No.
he get bored of his own podcast
No.
and walk out?
That's never happened before. But now apparently, I just got to be on here now.
Billy just quit.
Welcome to Trent's Unnamed Podcast, everybody.
Okay, so
We got the sounds now.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You didn't. Okay, so what was third? Birmingham. Excuse me. What's
Birmingham,
fourth?
Detroit, Atlanta, all 3 places you can get money. You can lose your money here in Atlanta. It's like Las Vegas.
Let's
for
throw
English.
Jacksonville up there. We're gonna name
I
every.
was gonna say Jacksonville.
Yeah,
it's the
fucking-
large. It's like the largest city in America.
by land.
by landmass.
Because no fucking people want to live there.
Like-
Welcome back to Billy's podcast.
Welcome back to the show.
Jacksonville.
I'm Billy, the host. I just took a piss.
There's alligators.
What's fifth? I'm on the edge of my seat now.
Billy,
Number
grab
5.
me a beer while you're up.
I would say number 5. I'd say New Orleans.
So you got like 2 out of 5 there.
I say New Orleans because, like, I would say Austin, Texas, but like, I haven't been to Austin, Texas since 2016, so I don't know how it's changed. I've heard it's gotten like in between, like there's no middle class.
Well,
San Antonio looks cool. With
since
the
Rogan
canals.
moved
San
there.
Antonio, it does look cool.
I've never been, but it looks cool with the canals.
San Antonio? Yeah, I've been there. It's a cool spot.
Yeah, San Antonio.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
El Paso's
Something
actually a
else is
really
fucked
cool
up.
spot.
My
though.
band
El
played
Paso-
a
I
show.
fucking love El Paso.
El
El Paso's a really cool
My
spot.
band played a show at a venue right on the canals there in San
San
Antonio.
Antonio?
It was
Oh,
fun.
that's really
yeah.
dope. That's
And
super
There
cool.
was a lot of people there too.
They love hardcore.
Not to
Fucking San
brag.
Antonio. Punk
Yeah.
rock city.
Yeah, we were like a pop punk band, and there was a ton of kids there.
Oh, you were in a punk band?
Have I not told you that?
No, you have. I'm pretty sure that's your brand, isn't it? Former pop punk
Yeah,
bassist.
it used to not be former until COVID. We were still touring.
What didn't COVID take away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dignity.
COVID took away a lot.
Can't take away my dignity.
Your list was so infuriating. I did not like. What's your list?
Top 5 cities. I like Atlanta a lot. I like Nashville. I like New Orleans, but they're a little crazy.
You see, these are iconic cities. He has a
Detroit's so iconic.
Detroit was in the fucking 50s.
Where else?
And
Let's
the
see.
60s.
Okay,
And the
okay, we're splitting hairs. Sure.
When crack showed up, it's when it went bad.
Not even when crack showed up. It was really when like all the production moved to like
Cincinnati,
Mexico
Ohio is an
and-
underrated city.
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
That's a
Cincy
good
does look pretty.
Underrated city. Is right on the side of the mountain. It looks
Cincinnati was one
amazing.
where I googled house prices because like fuck, I could move there.
Oh, Denver is one of my favorite.
Denver,
cities.
Colorado's a very.
I could
You
could
don't get
move
to talk
there.
Jacksonville.
Hell
you picked
yeah.
Jacksonville.
Hell yeah.
I would
If I gave you
love-
10, Macon was gonna make the
Denver's
list.
also a pretty major city, I feel like.
I would love to live in
Denver, I
Denver.
also feel like is a pretty major city.
Macon.
Dude, it's
Yeah,
changed
close.
a lot.
I thought we were
though.
talking
Savannah
about
would
like
make it.
minor cities.
No,
When
that
I
was
went-
for the comedy scenes. We're talking. I don't even know how we got to this.
Last time I went to Denver, like the whole mall area that was really like touristy and bustling was like a ghost town. It was like zombies walking around, dude. Just
So
like
they have like weed in the
drunks and
machines there.
junkies.
Yeah.
They are open with the weed, but I feel like in those places where weed's legal, like I feel this way in New York City too. It's like people get more annoyed with you smoking weed when it's legal. It's like, oh, do you have to do that here or whatever?
What do you fucking adult do
Yeah,
cocaine?
yeah. Smoke weed at home if you want to
Yeah.
smoke or whatever.
I don't know. I like the only place I actually really went where weed was like free to go was like Las Vegas, and
Yeah.
like everybody was just smoking weed. You just couldn't
Yeah.
smoke it in the hotel lobby, which was like they could smoke cigarettes, but I can't smoke this joint right here.
They're smoking
Visit
cigarettes.
New Mexico.
Crazy.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck in New Mexico, dude. It's crazy.
For a view for, whoa, Trent just sits in that corner with a fucking knife ready to go for the throat.
Yeah.
He came in. They don't give a fuck in New Mexico. What do you do in New Mexico? You hide a body there?
That's where you hide bodies.
What was Reno?
New Mexico, actually, since weed legalized, they have really, really good weed because it's high
Oh.
desert, and it's just, and everybody
Desert weed.
and everybody has embraced
What's
it.
in Nevada? What do they
Reno.
got there?
Area 51.
Las Vegas.
Besides Reno? Oh, Roswell. That's New Mexico.
Roswell, New Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah,
that was my attempt.
They
to
got
contribute.
Reno, and they have like prostitution legalized in Reno.
That's what's up. Let's go.
Like,
Nuclear waste is in Nevada, I know.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
lots of nuclear
We should set
waste
up a comedy thing there.
in Reno.
Yeah, we might see some UFOs or something.
Oh shit.
Reno probably has a comedy scene.
How come there's no UFOs in Atlanta? Like they don't fly over.
I bet the
to,
aliens get relocated
the
to
party,
Atlanta
yeah.
because like we're just so desensitized, like just to everything. They probably like the
Weirdos.
Men in Black were real and just gave people human skin. They sent all the aliens to Atlanta, and it's like nobody would recognize.
The crazy thing is, I would not be shocked if that were true.
And it was like these people are just way too chill. They don't give a
Do
fuck.
aliens abduct black people?
I don't think they do.
I don't
because,
think I've
like,
ever seen it.
They all
We'd
got
be too
mullets.
happy to get the fuck
No.
off of Earth.
Betty
I'd be
and
too
I'm
happy to get
I'm
it.
pretty
and
sure
Barney-
Betty and Barney Hill was an interracial couple.
Betty and Barney Hill, the man
That
was
was
black.
psyop.
Like the original UFO abduction story, which
Really?
probably means it was a psyop. But yeah, that was an interracial couple.
Okay. Because like every
Who was
time you see
black?
the UFO shows, it's always
Barney.
Like the old white
Barney
dude.
was a black dude.
Yeah.
A black dude named Barney and a white woman named Betty got abducted first. Wow.
Somebody made that shit up. You're right.
Totally.
This is what happens when you get a white girlfriend. You start believing in
Because
some
when you
weird
have one of
shit.
these white.
Have you seen that thing about the being they is like a documentary in Varginha, Brazil?
What is? Well,
There was a UFO crash, and then there was like an extraterrestrial being running around the town, and everybody saw it. And it's all
It's called
anecdotal
Cloverfield.
evidence.
Is that what you're talking about? What are you?
Pretty much, yeah. There was like an alien, and he seemed like he was like in trouble or something. He was
Is this
running
a-
around.
You said a documentary?
Varginha UFO.
Brazil. Is
Yeah.
this recent?
It wasn't recent, but the guy made a movie
1996.
about it recently. And
So
Uh-huh.
everybody saw
So the '90s, if you see the '90s one, that's actually one of the only violent UFO encounters recorded.
Violent.
Yeah,
What made it
people
violent?
got lasered, and it was basically like just it would instantly give you like a second or third degree sunburn.
what?
Yeah,
there was a guy who like handled
Trying to
the
find the
ET,
video.
and then he died later.
Wait, what?
There was a guy in the Varginha thing. He died of no one knew what was wrong with him, but he carried the alien and like touched it,
Okay.
and then he died later. And the alien seemed like he was dying too, like he got
Trent,
like,
can you do me a favor? Can you turn these headphones down even further?
he got crashed.
I don't think I want to hear anything Billy's saying.
Okay, fine.
UFO
No, it's
I was trying to bring up
no.
something
I actually like
interesting.
it's so hard to hear you sometimes.
Yeah, I've been talking to
You're
people
like,
on
"Where's
stage
Raven?"
about
I'm like, I'm
UFOs.
trying.
I'm like confused. I think that's what I think Donald Trump hid, because he probably
He
saw
knows
something.
something.
He knows something because like they had audio because the FBI was onto his ass from the get go. They had like bugged those boxes. He was like, "You see that shit? It's so cool." That was his exact words. You see that shit? There's nothing you can say to anybody after you've been president. You see that
knows
shit? It's so cool. That can't be aliens.
I watched him on the Nelk Boys podcast on Twitter, my favorite podcast of all time. And
Nelk Boys,
he
Tucker
said he knows
Carlson.
something because he was like, "Oh, do you guys know about this thing?" And they were like, "No, what's that?" He was like, "I'll tell you after the
Barack
podcast."
Obama was the only one that kind of like was so he kind of alluded to it, and I knew Donald Trump was gonna be the one to break. He didn't snitch. He's got to tell us. I think I think I would vote for him if he told us about aliens.
All right,
Okay, that's
I'm gonna send that clip to the Daily Wire, and they're
Yeah.
gonna play it
Yeah.
on repeat.
Send it to him. Like just let them know. Like
if Donald Trump comes out and says
if-
Detroit
if-
is
if
the
Donald-
greatest city in America, you
if
have
Donald
my
Trump
vote.
says we're gonna make Detroit again, but with alien technology, I would move to Detroit immediately.
If you say that you're gonna vote for Donald Trump and fix Detroit, the Daily Wire will give you a show tomorrow.
I would love that. I would have like the wildest show ever. That show would be like I will put fucking what's his name, the one who made the Sandy Hook shit up.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones. I'll put that
Yeah.
motherfucker to shame.
Like, they it seemed like they were out to get him though.
No, they totally were out to get his ass. You can't be saying shit like that. You can't be denying children murders, nigga. What's wrong with you? Take
But-
your ass. Like they sued him for like $3 billion. Like
Yeah.
he don't even got $3 billion. He's never gonna make that.
Do you think there's a responsibility to like tell the truth if you host a news show?
If you do, yeah. I feel like you have. It's literally like kind of like part of your job. You don't have to tell the whole truth, but you got to tell something like the truth. Like that's like should be like the basics of the job.
Yeah, but the problem is like those shows, they're known as like they're news commentary.
Right.
So
you-
where does that begin and end? You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
there's so many podcasts that does the same, like Red Scare.
Yeah, we
and-
could be in trouble for some of the things I've said on here. I said I would kill all the women and children on the Titanic so I could have a lifeboat.
You said that?
I don't mean it, but I said it.
You do Sandy Hook on the Titanic?
Yeah.
no, Billy would have hoarded the
Well,
lifeboats
I'm
for
just
himself.
saying,
Yeah.
if I
You only
die,
have a certain amount.
there's
of
no
food.
reason for that. Because I'm just a comedian. I'm not the captain. I'm not the band.
Knowing you, bro, you'd go down with the band. You'd be telling jokes.
I'm not going down with the band. Like, I feel like playing music for people in their final moments is a noble cause. Unless they give me a bass, I But still, then I would
want to
just
try to crowd work some people.
I would need to
getting
know.
their
I would
Shitting
kill
on the
myself
lifeboat.
if I had to watch like fucking open mic comedy before I'm going
That's what I'm
down.
saying.
Like this dude's like, hey, so what about the
There
captain?
probably
right?
was a comedian on the ship.
There's no.
I would
reason for me
roast
to
the
die.
band.
There
Yeah.
probably was a comic on the ship, and no one
Probably.
knows his name. That's what I'm saying.
No
That's
one
why
knows
I'm
his name.
taking the lifeboat before anybody else
And that
sees me
podcast
do
back
it,
then.
and I'm getting out of there because what do I get from dying? Nothing. Some women and children get to leave. They're rich. Who cares? Nobody cares about the
Some
billionaires.
tanks on
and the-
Titanic right now. I'm glad we can. You know what? I'm glad you're finally saying it.
I'm referencing another podcast.
Fuck! It's been
but-
100 years of silence on Titanic. I'm glad we're
Okay.
finally saying fuck them.
And I am saying, this is something that would get me in trouble, probably. But yeah, why do I need to die?
On the Titanic,
Yeah,
you don't have to.
I'm not rich. Only the rich people.
No
should.
one's threatening your life on the Titanic.
But there's not enough lifeboats.
You've really thought about this. This is really starting to reveal itself as being more of a thing you've thought about.
There's not enough lifeboats, and the women and children have to get the lifeboats, right? So the comedian dies in that scenario.
Yeah.
But what was a Titanic comedian like though?
Probably pretty edgy.
he was like, what year was that? Like
The 20s, I think.
20s.
Yeah.
Well, back then
I'm
we
pretty
had
sure
like-
that it was like 1901 or
1919.
something.
Oh, really?
1919.
I think it was 1901.
What's the deal with these?
That's my bet.
girls?
Do we want to
These
put in
Irish
bets?
people. Hey, where are my Irish people at? I see you in the back. That was like them being edgy.
Do we want any final bets? I'm going
1901.
I'll say 1890.
That sounds about
No,
right. I said the
1900s.
20s.
You're saying 20s?
20s.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'll
gonna
give you
say-
the whole range because I know that's so
I'm gonna go
wrong.
1910 because now I have a
1910.
safe.
Okay,
1899.
1899. Okay,
Gonna party like it's 1890. 1912.
Whoa.
12.
buddy.
Okay,
I
Kai.
wasn't even that
Buddy,
far
let's
off.
see.
I wasn't even that far off. I said
I got
1920.
too hyped for that one.
That was you got really excited about that.
I was
yeah.
8 years off.
Yeah.
1912. April 1912. Great weather for it to go down. Spring. Beautiful.
Yeah.
How'd you hit a fucking from Southampton to New York City? That doesn't even sound far.
It's
Have you heard the conspiracy?
it's from England, and they hit the iceberg over Canada.
Oh. I've never seen Titanic. I didn't care about it at all.
The movie's whatever,
Like, I don't know shit about Titanic.
The real thing is the Titanic conspiracy.
So it's a British liner.
Have you never seen the movie?
I've watched the
No.
conspiracy. What's the
Dude,
Titanic
you gotta watch the movie
I don't-
for the song.
I've heard My Heart Will Go On enough in my...
That basically means you've seen the movie.
There's
Have you watched the sex
nothing
scene?
to fear.
the sex scene.
You haven't seen
No,
that.
she shows her titties, I think.
No.
Yeah, I've seen the painting scene.
Yeah.
And I'm like... I was like, why is this PG-13 if you get to see a titty? This
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Why are we just getting free titty for
Because
PG-13?
it's historical titties.
It's historical titty.
in context.
That was like 19-year-old fucking Kate Winslet titty.
What, dude? That's art.
Or like, what is that? What they say about the fucking Blue Lagoon? Like
What was that?
Now, what is Blue Lagoon?
Blue Lagoon?
You people.
Is it called Blue Lagoon?
No, I think I
I don't
remember
know.
that. It was a
What is Blue
movie,
Lagoon?
right? And it.
The movie. You ever seen Blue Lagoon? Yeah, Brooke Shields. She was like 15 and they had her titties in that movie.
What?
Yeah.
So we went from like
that's
an
messed up.
Oscar award-winning film to Blue Lagoon.
People love. I'm like,
Wait, what?
Oh, be careful.
Rose was supposed to be 15. I knew that part about it. I
Be
just didn't know where
careful
the
saying
fuck
Hollywood's full of pedophiles or
Hollywood
I'll
is.
call you a conservative.
Hollywood's full of pedophiles.
Look, I'm just saying. How bad do you want the part?
How bad?
And
Have you ever said that in your life? Have you how bad do you want this?
Have I ever said that in my life?
That's like some pimp shit to say.
What-
something.
yeah, you're a booker. Have you ever used your position
bad?
of
Like,
power?
how bad do you want to do the back room of this dive bar, baby?
Have you ever used your position of power to make a woman feel like she can't say no?
Yeah, like, how bad do you want to be back there? How bad do you want to tell jokes in front of these liquor bottles?
You know some of these open micers want it pretty bad.
Yeah, but female comics they don't have to do the open mics. They can skip over that pretty fast.
Yeah, that's true.
I
So-
mean, it's
As
the
long,
rule.
what, as long as
If
they
at all,
take,
they're actually putting their power on me.
as long as they take the right comedy class.
Huh?
As long as they take the right comedy class.
I'm not
Correct.
co-signing any of this.
We can't
Come on,
sing.
man. Let's air it out.
Or bullying.
Air it out. Yeah, you got to start bullying as
Do you
soon
want
as you
this
hit
podcast to be for normal people? We can't air out Atlanta comedy drama. No one cares.
Why not?
Most Atlanta comics don't even care.
Let's make it like drill rap where people are losing their lives over this podcast.
Oh my god.
All I've heard is that if he says your name on the Billy podcast, you're dead next week.
Hey, bro.
Yeah. It's on site if I see you Gansh Malik.
O block.
You're constantly. He has nothing to live for already. Don't take his life.
But he's young though, so it'll be a tragedy.
It will be a tragedy.
It's on site if I see Munch.
Much weight.
I haven't seen him in forever.
You can't take much weight out. That's like your
He's
final
always on the
form.
road too though. My final form? Yeah, probably.
Much weight.
Munch.
What kind of car you think he drives? Like a pickup
Much
truck?
weight.
Like
Yeah.
a Ford F-150?
Like a 99
We gotta
Chevy
stop.
C10.
Yeah.
I love that we're like we're attacking a random road comic of Atlanta.
I'm trying to start beef.
Is that what this podcast needs?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like, what's beef in comedy? Comedy beef is the stupidest
Boring.
shit.
That's boring.
That's what I'm saying.
boring.
We need to have some
Shoot somebody.
some fun,
Yeah.
some beef.
That's what rap always did right. Is that like the stakes are way higher.
The stakes
on
are way
drama.
higher.
Comedy blows it because like what like Joe Rogan calls you out at Comedy Store. Ooh,
Yeah. Not even that many people know about that.
yeah.
Yeah.
My eyes glazed over as I said it. That's how fucking boring comedy drama
But
is.
Carlos Mencia, I guess, was stealing jokes. But wasn't really everybody stealing jokes
Oh, if
back
you
then?
stole a
Sounds
verse,
like it.
like in hip hop, if you steal a verse, you'll be killed.
Right.
That's
You
real
get
stakes.
shot.
That's true.
Nah, man. Like, I think that, like, comics gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gotta bluff up a little bit more. They gotta get other people involved in it. You gotta start
We need
dissing
more
each other
guns
on
in
stage.
comedy.
Yeah.
You gotta start dissing each other. Like, yo, I'm gonna stop this set. Hey, yo, fuck them.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yes.
where some of the lady comics have it right.
Yeah, they got mad beef.
Yeah.
They be talking shit about each other. They be writing sneak disses and shit. That's like so
Yeah.
cold.
They
Like,
hate each other.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like Drake disses. Like Drake.
All the
be-
real commentators in the back were like, "Damn, that one cut deep."
Yo,
Shit.
she talking about her. Like, if you actually like say, I gotta take.
Shit,
you
she
gotta
called
take
out
the
her
class.
pussy joke.
Yeah, you gotta talk about. You gotta take the class and know the bit.
Would you guys want to date a lady comic?
Hell no. I'm sorry, I said that
Me
way too
neither,
fast.
me
Fuck
neither.
no.
I don't know. I don't think so. Not like. Do you mean like a long term? Because no,
Like committed.
Yeah.
long term no.
Fuck no.
Short term, yeah. I mean,
It
that's
could
fun.
be
Short term,
fun.
we're all on the same page.
It could be fun for a while, right? Because you are on the same
On the
page.
same
You're
page.
going out to
Short-
writing
mics.
jokes. You're
Yeah.
Both
both good.
grinding.
Short
You're
term.
living life. You're both broke.
You're-
both,
you're grinding
but
the
one,
scene
But
and
one of
each
you
other.
gets something. It's usually the chick. It's
Yeah.
gonna get more shine than the guy, and then that's when the relationship starts. Going, well, now I'm
The
your
female
bitch.
comic always gets chlamydia, and the guy gets a new tag. That's how it always works out. That's how it always plays out.
And addicted to cigarettes.
And addicted to cigarettes. Yeah, I think short term, yeah, it'd be fun. Long term, fucking awful.
I was already in a relationship before I started doing comedy, so
And that's why your career is spiraling.
yeah.
You gotta get single. You gotta get back on the booze.
Yeah, I
Start
have, like-
boozing again.
I have things to live for, and I have a life, and like there's
That's the
like
problem.
some joy in my life, you know.
Yeah,
so.
things things that don't bring you down. You can't just be depressed every fucking day.
I hear that. I hear that, and I'm like, he doesn't want it.
Yeah, true. That's how it feels sometimes. It's
Sometimes
like
you're like, fucking.
I feel like, whoa, this guy is like a normal person and is like trying to be well adjusted. What a fucking.
But you know what's crazy is like
OTP
most
loop.
successful comedians are just
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
They're normal. They're a little neurotic.
When
but
you look
they're
at their
normal.
lives, I think a lot of people are sprinting out there in the scene, and then they kind of fizzle out, and then you forget about them. They're just gone one day, and I've hit some people up where I'm like, man, I haven't seen this person in years. Used to see him every single
Yeah.
night at the open mics. It's like I'll get out to an open mic.
Whenever I don't see you
When
long
I
enough, I just
can.
hope you finally made it into real estate.
Real estate? Oh, is this
That's
like
going
a,
out the pasture.
is this like a Goodwill
Comedy.
Hunting thing? Like you are so good at selling real estate. I just can't stand.
I keep telling
seeing
Murray
you at
that
the
every
open mics.
week.
You're like, get back out to real estate.
I just
God, you know, like I don't understand like the excitement. Like when you first start, like I see people get so excited when they first start doing comedy. I'm like, why are you so excited, dude? You don't understand, like, because like, I guess after like the
because you don't understand.
You
That's
think you're
why.
gonna be famous in
Yeah,
in like 2 years?
Yeah.
Also, you can't take away the adrenaline rush of the first time you have like a joke that works.
yeah. I mean, like that adrenaline. I mean, but like I got that.
Not everyone's
like,
a nihilist and thinks Detroit is a hot city.
Like, yeah.
I think that when you have a joke that finally works, the first time you have a hot five,
True.
the first time you get a big show, those are exciting.
Yeah.
The problem is you're talking to like I'm like 4-ish. What are you?
8.
8,
12.
12. Yeah. So what I'm saying is we failed.
Yeah.
It is June. Like I don't even like talk about my comedy anniversary anymore.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Like, hold on. What's
I also feel
2009?
like I've done so many things that are like would be considered
It's
successful,
14. It's
but
14.
it just doesn't matter at all.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, right? Like,
Yeah.
Because we've all done some kind of high watermarks,
Yeah.
but like the thing about it is like until like the career has to be sustainable. It's
Yeah.
more than just
Yeah.
that random Saturday you did something cool.
really
Yeah.
dope. And it's like you can't do it every day. Can't do it. You see, like fucking.
But the guys that are doing it are doing it. Like
Yeah.
every weekend they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something that
Hours of comedy
happens
every week.
once to us, and we're like, oh man, like this is what
Yeah, we'll
it's
do like 145 minute, and that's huge for us.
Or
But,
you
like,
host a show at a like sold out theater with like 500 people, and you're
Right.
like,
Yeah.
holy shit,
Holy
this
shit,
is what
this-
it's like. And
Yeah,
there's
dude.
guys who are doing that every single night in a different city. It's like that's what it's really like.
that's the job, man.
Yeah.
And like we are, like the people on the outside who they look at like, we'll just
We'll
give 'em a-
see. Yeah.
We'll give you a break one day.
Let them marinate. I'll let you host for me one night in the theater, but you know, I ain't giving it to you.
I think, yeah, I mean, well, to make it work, it's like a combination of like so many things that have to go right, and you just have to have like a million spinning plates
I
going.
think a lot of it is social media now. People, even somebody that was at the show tonight, which we didn't even talk about, saw seen me on social media.
Well, I thought our
before.
dour mood said it all.
Yeah.
No, the show is fun. I do think it's hilarious.
Show was awesome.
I do think it's hilarious that you forgot you had a sold out show. That's how. What a subtle flex that is. Billy, I was on the way to this podcast, and Billy just calls me and goes like, "Hey, I forgot I had a sold out show. Do you want to just do some time?" And good on Billy. He could have used his power there to have me suck his dick, and he did not. He was just like, "You want to just do the time?"
Could use my position of power to
Yeah,
make
he
you
had a
feel
position
like
of
you
power.
couldn't say no.
That's crazy. I've never had someone call me like, "Fuck, dude, I just have a hot audience."
I was this close to drinking tequila and playing video games. You don't know how close you got me right there. Before
That's
the second
awesome.
Sham
tequila
almost
came
quit
out.
comedy.
That's destiny.
Shane was looking at the barrel of a
If
gun.
this kid
and then
doesn't
you
eat
saved
this
his life,
taco,
bro.
I'm hanging it up.
Sham's life. You know what kind of dark place you have to be in to pick Jacksonville as an iconic city? I don't want to know the bowels of your mind, Sham. It's a dark place in there.
It is. It is a
Okay.
dark
For
place.
Corey listening, if he's wondering, basically there was a show at Red Hair, and I kind of maybe forgot it was happening because we scheduled the podcast and I didn't communicate very well. But we threw a show together in 20 minutes, and it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, where were you, Corey?
Yeah, you should have came, even though you didn't know it was happening.
Well, Billy also didn't know. He had to host and produce it.
I just really hope that the Red Hair people don't ever watch this. Because they'll be like, what?
Well, I mean, it was miscommunication, right?
Yeah, put the show
Yeah.
together in 10 minutes.
I don't like
Honestly,
that
I
answer.
think
Honestly,
they'd probably
I like
be more
that you're so
impressed that you
busy.
could do that.
I like
that
that
you
you're
could just get comics in 20 minutes and be like, fuck
That's
it.
good.
I called Mello. I know he lives close by. I was already here hanging out with Trent. I called Ty, who was on the way, and I was like, let's rock. And then everybody did 15 minutes, and luckily you guys.
That's the only way I can get booked.
Know how
Billy
to
treats
do
me like I live in
stand-up.
Alaska. Billy's like, he looks at Atlanta like it's
I'll book you. Don't
faraway
act like you
country.
didn't just announce a Marietta show.
a Marietta show.
Yeah,
What did I announce? I'm sorry.
you announced a Marietta show.
I announced? What did I announce?
Shows in the city of Marietta.
Oh, no, that's... oh, yeah. Oh, that's Alley Stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But I'm not a producer for that. I just booked it.
Oh, okay.
I don't make... I wish I could have money for a club.
Well, yeah, you know, I'd like to open a club eventually. That's my end goal, dream.
Open a club?
A club that can do music and comedy and develop
In
artists.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Yeah, in Des Moines.
In Des Moines, Iowa.
And Slipknot will stop by sometimes. But yeah, I have a podcast studio in there. Just have a resource,
Yeah.
a nice little hub of touring bands and comics and
That is a business.
yeah.
That is a whole business.
Yeah. That's my end goal dream. Well, then I want to get a farm and move away from everyone and live on a ranch.
I think that's every dude's dream.
Yeah. Mine is to embrace the nuclear bomb, but like it's
You see what I mean? It's either Detroit or the end of the world with him. Which is kind of the same thing. If I had to live in Detroit, it's
I
kind of
guess
the end of the world.
That's fatherhood. That's what I got to look up to.
What do you tell
forward
your
to.
kids at night before they go to bed?
when I tell them go to fucking sleep. It's like
Did you ever do the thing where you prop the baby up to play video games?
what?
You prop the baby up next to you to play video games?
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever?
I have like a whole picture of him. Like he took my controller.
I'm a video game player, so that's one thing I'm like.
Crash Bandicoot.
Send it to me on Instagram and I can put it on the thing.
I'm hoping I still have time to play some video games once my daughter is born.
Kids are chill. Like when they do the thing, they're just like doing the thing.
Well, you're not grinding enough if you have time right now.
I usually play games at like midnight if I'm home until about like 3 in the morning.
I can't. I don't want to. I have such an addicted personality that
Like
I
even
just
when he
don't.
was small, he was like he took my like, Nintendo Switch
Yeah.
controller and shit. He was
Okay.
like he was hip to it. He knew what the fuck was going
Oh
on.
damn!
Like this is like
Also, a GameCube controller.
yeah, he knew what the fuck was going on. Like,
Nice.
Like then he figured out he played his first video game when he was like 1. He played Crash Bandicoot and he was like making it move. I was like, all right, I'm not gonna take it from him because he was like screaming at me.
That's a tough game.
Yeah, he couldn't get past like the
I don't
first
think
2
I could
jumps. But
even
like, when
beat
he
that
made
game.
the first jump, I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, we never turned the AC off,
Yeah,
but
he was like all in it. He
I
was,
think
like, in
it's
my
fun.
legs.
Nice, yeah. I got one of those little baby teethers that's shaped like a PlayStation controller. It has a little fidget buttons on it.
That's how they figure it out. They see
Oh,
that.
you're training your daughter young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
They
my
recognize it,
goal
man.
for her is
course.
academia and music, which is part of academia.
Like they learn things so quickly. It's like ridiculously how fast. Like my mom gave him like this Amazon tablet, and he just like pushes. He knows how to get to all the shit. It just takes him to PBS, but at the same time, he's like learning all this shit.
Yeah.
Like, how do you
Yeah.
know? How do you know every letter in the alphabet? You're like 2.
Yeah.
Like,
What's crazy was a time like if you were a kid, you knew the alphabet. That was like revolutionary.
right.
You know what I mean? Like there was a. What was
And then
that,
when you learn
1600s?
the song is the same as Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Yeah. Same. Yeah.
That-
Mind blowing
Little
stuff,
lamb.
man. We should get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, that's one way to do it. Jesus,
It's time.
we should get out of here.
Yeah, it's about that time.
I just worked up the nerve to finally like do something with this podcast.
Unleash your conservative theories.
My
You're,
conservative
you're
theory-
safe here, Ty. You can let the Florida out.
Finally, I can breathe.
Ty
Right.
Colgate runs a show at Joystick every Saturday. Sham Wilkins, comedian. You can find him at comedy clubs
Don't
and
mansplain your
other
guests.
shows.
We can speak for ourselves. Shane, what do you have something to plug?
Nah, I don't have shit to say.
No, you can say it.
Nah, I don't have shit to
Visit Jacksonville.com. You
He
can
took
say
his headphones off already.
What?
He's done.
Oh, he's ready to clock out. All right, I'm holding everyone up. All right.
All right, peace, y'all.
Like we can like go to Detroit.